Today we're headed to Big Sur. This is Highway 1, also known as the Pacific Coast Highway. 24 miles south of Monterey, you will find the Big Sur Lighthouse. In 1894, before this lighthouse was established, the naval ship USRC Wayanda crashed into this rock mound and was wrecked. This tragedy incentivized the government to build this lighthouse in 1889. The Big Sur Lighthouse sits atop a 360-foot tall rock mound. A physician by the name Dr. John L.D. Roberts was sent to treat the wounded victims of the crash. It took him 3 hours to move supplies on horse and buggy from the nearest city to treat the victims. Because of this journey, he proposed Highway 1 be built. After many years of issues with funding, this part of the highway was finally completed in 1939. As we drove further south and found a place to charge our car, we found this awesome little area. This is called the Sur House and sits atop a high mountain with amazing views. The landscape across this stretch of coastline is breathtaking. However, this area is quite prone to landslides. This highway has been closed off many times before because of them. We are approaching our destination for the day, the Pine Ridge Trail. This trail stays true to its name and is 19.5 miles of switchbacks up through the Alpines. The perfect backpacking destination with plenty of camping spots and rivers. Here's the trailhead starting in Peripheral State Park Campground. A refreshing little stream wiggles its way around the start of the trail. Now we begin our hike up, far above the tops of these trees. You begin near sea level at about 170 feet and climb your way all the way up to 1,700 feet above sea level. This is a dog-friendly trail, but make sure you bring them water. Here we are, already atop of these trees. We're only a few minutes into our hike and we're already starting to see the environment around us changing. From a dense and lush forest below to more of a Mediterranean type climate as we climb. As you begin to climb in elevation, you can really begin to appreciate the expanse of this forest. Pine trees and grass start turning into oak trees and shrubs. Wildflowers begin appearing as they have more access to the sun. This one right here is my favorite. It is so beautiful. I always enjoy finding fungi along my hikes, and this one is just so strange. I use Google Lens to try and figure out which kind of fungi this is. As we climb out of the trees, we begin to get more and more light on us, and it's really starting to heat up. It is quite a hot day. The coastline is covered in fog, but we're climbing far beyond that. I highly recommend you come and check these trails out. It's amazing how trees can totally burn down inside and still find a way to survive. This is made possible because the living part of the tree is the exterior part called the wooden cambium. The green tips on these leaves is the new growth from the latest spring. Today we only completed about 2.5 miles of the total 20-mile trail. So we're headed back to the car now, and we found this cute little centipede on our way. I also found this adorable little birdhouse made of sticks in the tree. On our way to get a big juicy hamburger, and we see these cute little cows on the side of the road. This landscape is very much in its natural state, scattered with bridges to try not to disturb the landscape too much. Highway 1 begins in Los Angeles and makes its way all the way up to San Francisco. Highways north to south are even numbers, while highways west to east are odd numbers. Further north or east you go, the numbers increase in value. Hence this road being highway number 1 because it is the furthest west point. You've probably seen pictures of the Bixby Creek Bridge before. The bridge was completed in 1932, which makes it nearly 100 years old and one of the most photographed bridges along this coast. As we drive north on our way home to Santa Cruz, we pass through Watsonville where there's plenty of farmland. This is a great place to stop and get fresh veggies. I always enjoy driving past this spot because it has the coolest little trees. And now we're passing a power station, which always reminds me of Lord of the Rings. The sun is beginning to set and the birds are finding their way home. There are massive flocks of pelicans in this area. Lots of good fishing. Well, I hope you had fun on our little adventure today. I sure know I did. I'll see you again next weekend. Bye bye now.